because of course there is an indication to have a support person, but then until this guideline came out, now this, according to this guideline, it has made it mandatory to have a support person, and I impress upon the department that this should be strongly implemented. Because without support person, the cases will not lead to the desired conclusion. Earlier, prior to the guidelines of this, we used to have a support person drawn from CWC or DCP and some other units. And it is very unfortunate to also mention the fact that sometimes, half-heartedly, support persons used to be there, and all of a sudden they just vanish or without completing the cases. So it was like that. But now, with the introduction of this guideline, I'm sure it is going to strengthen the Act to its logical conclusion. So, with these few words, as I've already said earlier, the importance of support person will be dealt by extensively by both our resource person. Let me end my time here.
As we all know, this POCSO Act of 2012 has some provisions that guidelines have to be made by the states. But then maybe the states were a bit slow perhaps in framing their own guidelines. So the commission, National Commission has come forward and they have provided model guidelines. So I believe these guidelines will be adopted by the state concerned and they have to be implemented. This symposium, I believe, is very opportune, I should say, because many times the awareness about the provisions of the Act, the important parts of the guidelines are not so well known. Although everything is there these days on the internet, but when we sit together in this kind of setting, we get more information, we learn more, and many of our doubts and queries can be answered. So I would like to compliment the Commission first for organizing this symposium and bringing together all the stakeholders for very deep and fruitful discussions. The Commission, I am told, has been in existence from 2013, but then maybe the activities of the Commission depend on how active the members are, how active the chairman is. So I'm very happy to see that the Commission is taking all these initiatives to organize these programs and trying to create awareness about the child rights and how to deal with child abuse cases. The chairman very rightly said, children are our future and protection of their rights is very important. Children are in a vulnerable position. They are not able to defend their own rights. So for this purpose, the Act is there and there are various provisions, particularly that provision of the support person is there. And then we have this entire architecture where there is a national commission, there are state commissions to ensure that the rights of the children are protected, and if any cases of injustice or sexual violence, sexual abuse against children are there, they are effectively dealt with. In our system, those kinds of support facilities are not available, I should say. In the first place, all the agencies that deal with child abuse cases, they need to be sensitized. You have the state authorities, the police, the judiciary, and so many other people who are involved in dealing with these cases. Now, unless they are especially sensitized as to how to deal with these cases, that sensitivity is not there, and many cases that way, they may be going either unreported or not being taken care of properly. So it is the responsibility of all of us that we contribute our bit in creating that kind of awareness and sensitization, and the provisions of the Act are implemented in its true spirit.